From the studios of the West Coast Funny Car Factory, these are the Nitro Reports for June 2020. Brought to you by Good Vibrations Motorsports, with blowers, safety equipment, and fuel systems sold worldwide at dragparts.com. Aeromotive Fuel Systems, serious fuel systems for racing or muscle cars at aeromotiveinc.com. Stith Printing and Legends of Nitro for branding, screen printing, and embroidery at stithprinting.com. Hot Probes, a racer-to-racer company with reliable exhaust gas temperature sensors for your race engine at hotprobes.com. And RacePack Data Systems with data loggers for your race car and digital dashboards for the street at racepack.com. Tonight's guests are two-time Nitro Funny Car Champion driver Cruz Pedregon, Auto Club Famoso Raceway's Blake Bowser, and scheduling for the rest of 2020, NorCal Nostalgia Drag Racing honcho Brian Reinaldo, with videos from the first Nitro tests at Famoso. And me, I'm Bruce Barker. Now, with the Nitro Reports are Donnie Couch and Darr Hawthorne.
Well, Donnie, here we are with another Nitro Reports in another completely weird environment. So,
we're on the move all the time. I think like the government's looking for us or something because we don't stay in one spot too long.
No, that witness protection program is set up for a reason, you know?
Yeah, well, they didn't find us last weekend in Bakersfield. We were up there for the test program.
That was pretty fun, man. You said one of the great lines up there. You go, I got to get back into this.
Yeah,
it's coming, man.
Be careful what you wish for. I got Romanowski's car just about done, and working on some other projects with Jack Wright and Steve Radjic, and we'll announce that later. But I'm looking to get away from Mike English.
It's really cool to see people like Jeff Moniz and that beautiful. I mean, that car's awesome the way it's painted.
Yeah, and they got it running good.
Yeah,
it's awesome 60-foot times and. Just a great, fun crew. They were having fun out there.
But all the details are in that paint now, and it's just...
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a 70s funny car.
Yeah. No, they nailed it.
Yeah.
And they're just doing a good job on everything.
And it's a Firebird. Yeah. And I accidentally called it a Camaro on one of the shows. And
you get a nasty look?
No, I just got a text from Jeff saying, hey, look, dude, it's a Firebird, all right?
I never knew it either until I looked at the front end.
Yeah, it's definitely a Firebird.
Rossetti built that body.
Yeah.
And... they were bragging how nice it was when they got it, and you can tell. Of course, they do good work anyway. Jeff mounts it and does the tin work and all that. They just do great work.
That car is really
beautiful. Big fan of that team.
Yeah, well, he's one of the finest metal craftsmen around, and all the work that you start looking at all the detail that's in that funny car, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, especially the barbecue. Did you see the barbecue when we were leaving?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
They were all huddled around it, and the car was just shoved off to the side. That's my kind of group I want to hang out with.
So we'll have some video later on of testing from this weekend, and we've got Blake Bowser and an up-and-coming drag racer out of the Midwest, Cruz Pedregon. And
I've heard of him.
We've done business with him.
Yeah. Good guy and really dedicated to the sport and a big fan of nostalgia racing. So.
And one of the reasons the West Coast Funny Car Factory was started in the first place.
Exactly. He's a two-time NHRA Mellow Yellow champion, so no slouch there.
No, and that Keeling and Clayton car is just like
it's the best. And he tested last weekend, and they're trying to get it to the Hot Rod reunion. Hopefully there is a Hot Rod reunion.
Yeah.
So. We've missed Cruz out here the last race, and we need him out here. Very good for the sport and for that race.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, competitive car, but he, 3 races in a row, he didn't qualify, and that's, it's testament to the quality of funny cars that we got out here. My God, it's like, you end up with 16 of the very best in the pool that comes together for the bump spot. Kevin Stith won it last year. I forget who won it this year, but man, it's it ends up being $800 or $900. And
well, if you're Cruz Pedregon, you come out here to run. I mean, he doesn't run that car but one time a year.
Yeah.
It's tough, He runs his deal and runs it well for a single car team.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of him, what he's done. I don't think many people can do what he's done, but you get another car, it's completely different, and you got to get some crew guys that maybe aren't your regular guys.
Yeah.
And he's had a tough time, but he'll get it. I know they were testing, and one thing I liked, he was doing dry hops.
That's right. That video was awesome. I got
Yeah.
that was
We got to talk to him about that.
That was great. Well, let's take a break. We'll get some words from our buddies at Good Vibrations Motorsports. And
Okay. This catalog is great, Darr. They got everything, pictures, some pricing, but you can QR scan it on your phone and get all the latest information. They're adding so much stuff all the time. They couldn't keep up with it with the catalog. And like I said, a lot of people keep calling me, hey, where do we get the Enderley stuff?
that's
And I go, there's only one place to get it, at Good Vibrations.
That's it.
They're, James is over there organizing everything, and he being a consultant for Enderley.
No, it's great. It's great. And Enderley builds some parts that nobody else does. So
Yeah.
And in fact, you just brought me over an Airmotive low pressure fuel gauge that I needed, and for my next project. And
We get everything from Good Vibrations.
that's it.
Right?
That's it.
I built funny cars out of there, drag boats, circle boats. They have everything, and the tech service they have.
We built our Model A out of there.
Yeah.
All the we had an old Hilborn injector setup, and the tech support was awesome, and then also having somebody like Bobby Cottrell on our side, smoothing it all out was a big part of it.
Well, I know that James Mayer's been a big help with me,
Yeah.
especially on the boat side of it, on everything. But the boat side, he really got me. I was in a pinch out there at the Long Beach race, and James helped me out, and he did a good job. He's very smart, knowledgeable, and, he's SIFCA champion.
That's
So
right.
We'll talk about that SIFA schedule later, but great company to deal with for all your parts and pieces, fuel lines, superchargers, injectors, just anything.
Pumps, safety equipment, superchargers, everything you can. And when I was back in the back there, it's like row after row of the blower shop blowers and in stock.
Yeah, they're lined up out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's
Great product.
One-stop shopping for me, and it's only a mile from my house.
That's
so
it.
I'm down there all the time.
Well, let's get a word from the guys at Good Vibrations and some of our other sponsors. And thank you guys all for supporting us for all these many years.
Yeah.
And we'll be back on the other side.
Good Vibrations Motorsports specializes in the parts you need for gas, alcohol, and nitro engines. If you're muscling a funny car or top fueler down the quarter mile, cutting a rooster tail across the lake, or cruising the boulevard, Good Vibrations has the blower and fuel system solutions for your personal ride and race car. If you want to go fast, really fast, then Good Vibrations Motorsports is ready to hear from you at goodvibesracing.com.
Stith Printing is your leader in corporate and individual identity marketing, with over 3 decades of delivering the best quality garments for your budget and promotions. At Stith Printing, we offer in-house design, providing strong graphic solutions for any project with fabric screen printing or high-density embroidery. Stith's diverse background and attention to detail gets the job done on time and on budget, then ships the job to your door. Whether you field an international racing team, a statewide construction company, a local softball team in a church league, or the convenience store down the street, Stith Printing has the crew to deliver your next printing and branding project. Aeromotive Fuel Systems. On the street, in the water, or at the track. If you can drive it, we can fuel it.
Hey, welcome back to the Nitro Reports. Donnie Couch and Darr Hawthorne here. And on the phone, we've got this guy from the Midwest.
Don't mention his name,
All right.
because I want people to know he's 2-time Mellow Yellow Funny Car Champion in 1992, 2008, 40 career wins, 82 final rounds, ran the best of 388. 332 miles an hour. Everybody should know it's Cruz Pedregon, driver of the Snap-on car, and one of the more successful independent funny cars. But, Cruz has a nostalgia funny car, and he's trying to bring it out to the Hot Rod reunion. So, Cruz, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, Donnie, good to be with you, man. Darr, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for calling.
We're all excited that you brought the California Charger out. We saw you testing on Facebook at Indy, and I was just telling Darr, man, the dry hops you were doing just brought it back to me right then. That's it, man.
That was what attracted me to. Well, the cars are cool; they're still cool, but that era, Donnie, and I remember you and Pat Galvin, and you guys were there as crew guys on Tom McEwen's car, and I'm sure you guys have talked about that. But that particular era, I would say 76 to 80, which this car, the California Charger, is replicated from a 1977 car, and so that configuration, that car, the dry hops, I decided. I've never really done. I did it in an alcohol car back in 1990 when I drove the Minor Brothers alcohol funny car. I did dry hops, like a starting line. I would light the first light, do a dry hop, but I never did it with a nitro car. So I did it. And it's awkward to me. It was hard to do.
Yeah, I bet.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy because you're I'm so conditioned to do a burnout, back up. They lift the body. I have a routine, right? So this was totally, I had to think about everything. And
you hadn't been in that car in a while either. I
hadn't been in the car. Yeah, I was looking. It was probably been since 14 or 15 since we ran the car, and and it just sat just from time constraints and really trying to focus on my big show car. Just really the years have blown by, and I always call Blake Bowser out there, and I tell him, "Hey, Blake, we're coming out this year, man." And and then the March meet's hard because it's right around Gainesville, so that's always a tough one for us to break away. And then the reunion's perfect timing. And then now that we have the car ready, I'm hoping that they even have it this year. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that we get everything cleared up so we can get out there.
Hey, Cruz, look at Ron Cap somehow made it out to win the Good Vibrations March meet. So, somehow he fit it into his schedule.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, it's a little different showing up with a helmet and a suit and a fire suit. I got to drag the car across there to get my crew and everybody. So,
hey, Cruz,
a few more things to do. Yes,
one thing he didn't do was a dry hop. So,
yeah, right.
I still got goosebumps from watching that on the damn Facebook Live.
Oh man, it was like I said, it was planned, and I didn't want to just do the little short chirps. I wanted to do the full. No,
you went right to the starting line with it. It reminded me of Raymond Beadle used to do a dry hop, and Emery'd be standing there, and Beadle'd stop like 2 inches from Emery's legs.
Right.
Good thing you got that thing stopped.
Yep. Yeah. No, it was the real deal, and we finally decided, hey, it's wearing a lot on the clutch, so we decided, hey, the last couple runs, let's just do our normal deal, and we finally got the Charger, the engine squared away. Donnie, as you know, these engines are, we're on it's balancing everything out to the amount of fuel you need and the air. We only have limited fuel pump, and so we had to. We got the piston and rod combination right. I think I had the wrong ring gap in the pistons, and we were breaking pistons when I ran this thing. So everybody said, "Oh man, you've got the thing overtuned and this and that." And I thought, well, okay. So when I backed it down, it wouldn't run. Well, then we go out there again with the same pistons with it. We took a bunch of compression out of it, and we thought, well, let's just see if it'll run. Well, it wasn't running. So as soon as we put the tune up to it, boom, it broke a piston. Well, it come to find out, it rolled one of the rings out of the piston and onto the side. So we decided, so we really looked at that, and we thought, these pistons just, they don't have. So anyway, long story short, we went back to the shop, got our Denver pistons from our big show car. We got our Denver piston rod combination and put that thing in there, and man, that car made power, and we had to slow the blower down and all that stuff. So we're ready to at least go make some more either test runs or find a track we can go and just make some more hits before we go out to Bakersfield.
Yeah, well, I know I can hear the excitement in your voice, and I know you love driving that nostalgia car. And, one thing about you, Cruz, you know the history of the sport, and you respect all the guys that were before all of us. And I really appreciate that. I know when we lost Raymond Beadle, you had a Blue Max logo on the back of your car, and I walked up and saw that, and that meant a lot to me, and had a whole different respect for you.
Well, I appreciate that, Donnie, and I know you lived it, man. You were a young guy, and you must be young because you're not very old. I don't think.
No, I'm old, Cruz. I'm old.
But I always used to see you guys, man. You guys were and like I said, the you know who I saw the other day, Galvin, and then I saw the other guy that was on McEwen's funeral. Larry Board. Yeah. I saw Larry Board at McEwen's. Not his funeral, his memorial at the Fairplex.
Yeah, it was good seeing Larry. He doesn't come around much, but he does make it to Bakersfield, and it's always fun seeing him. It's always fun seeing everybody from the past, huh, Cruz?
Yeah.
I mean, we've made all our friends and family from drag racing through all these years.
Yeah, so we would go to the racetrack, Orange County, Irwindale, and then Ontario Motor Speedway when it had, it's pretty crazy. There was a drag strip down the front stretch of it
was on the pit road, I think, right?
Yeah, right.
It's on the pit road.
We would go there, and man, we go to the races of note where the manufacturers meet, 64 funny cars.
Yeah.
The PDA, that was more dragster stuff, but and then getting to meet Bill Donor, who passed recently, was a real honor for me, and just because we were kids, and you guys were like the superstars, man. The rock stars,
yeah.
And man, Raymond Beadle, are you kidding me? That guy even as I in the recent memory before Raymond passed, I was still nervous talking to Raymond Beadle. I was like, man, this is Raymond freaking Beadle here, man.
Right.
So it was really cool, and like I said, I'm a historian. Hey, you know what we need to do one day? I'm going to challenge Jack Beckman, and of course I do this, and he's going to go practice. But if you could get us cold turkey and name all the funny cars that have ever staged in the history, I bet I could name more funny cars. I'll even go Brian Rains on them. Mike, Brian Rains. You remember Brian Rains?
Yeah.
Right? I'd go Willie Borsch.
I'd go Ed Carter in the Proud American Corvette.
Yeah. There was
Rodney.
I mean, there was Rodney. There's the low hanging fruit ones, but there was a guy
Ray Roman's Chariot.
Yeah, Roman's Chariot.
He lived by McEwen.
Mike Van Zandt.
Yeah, Invader.
Yeah, Impulse. I mean, there was a lot of cars. But anyway, it would be a fun thing, but.
Well, we should do it sometime because Jack's into the history, and he's really good about it. He surprises me. How much he knows about the past, and he's a good speaker in front of everybody, and he's a good guy all around.
Well, let's do that at the reunion this year.
There we go. Right. We'll put us on a timer, and you got to put us in separate rooms where we can't tee off because he might write down some stuff that I'm going to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want him to steal. He'll have his hand all covered in ink.
Yeah, I don't want to steal any of my material. So,
right.
But anyway, no, it's. I'm glad that Donnie. It's weird because the March meet was. I don't want to say all but dead, but the March meet was an event that was real strong in the '80s, and I think I may be wrong, but it was super, super strong, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then I think it started to go away. And then, then I went to Fremont. We were racing an alcohol car, and there was a front-motored, was it Jim Davis? There was a small group of front-motor top fuel cars that they were like throwback cars. That was the first sign of the retro front motors, and then there was no funny cars, right?
Yeah.
No funny car, nostalgic funny cars.
Yeah, Bobby McLennan had the Champion Speed Shop car out there too, the old dragster.
That's right. And so then I started reading about them here and there popping up, and then the funny cars came out, and then I was like, whoa, huh? The Nitro funny car,
2002.
So then Yeah, so then it just took off, and man, it's the reunion's back alive again, or not the reunion. There was no reunion. The reunion is there, bigger than ever. And then the March meet, the Bowsers, the thing took off again. So it's really good to see all that stuff come alive. But the cars are cool. I'm glad there's a place, there's a class. I was talking to Paul Romine the other day. He actually stopped by at the track the other day, and he was just saying there's not a lot of racing back here now that the IHRA is not running cars and this and that and the other. But anyway, it's a West Coast thing, I guess. And I guess so. Tell me about. Are you at liberty to talk about the car you're building?
Yeah, for Steve Romanazzi. We were together back in 2007. In fact, we won the March meet with his Vega, the Warrior. And, he kind of went away and sold everything and went a different way with his business. And now he's back strong. He'd been racing sprint cars with his son, Luca. And he called me and said, hey, I got a funny car sitting there. We need to get it together. And I had to think about it awful hard. I thought I was done doing all this, Cruz, and I was up in the announcer's booth with Mike English and just having a good time. But I was really wishing I was down there racing again. So,
man. Once you have it,
yeah. So we got together. He got a car and a really nice car, and then we went to Brad Anderson's and got a bunch of engine stuff and. The engine is sitting in the car, but I need to go up to his place. He's up in Exeter, put the computer in and the drivetrain and fuel lines, and we're going to ease into it, nothing heavy, because he's got his concrete business. It's hard for him to get away, although he is training his son to run it, so we'll see what happens. But you know Steve very well, and he's a good competitor, and, he makes the cars look right. His stuff is like perfect. His stuff is like your stuff, Cruz. I don't think I couldn't do it any better. I know when when you and I got together and we did the Paisano tribute car, that was a great car. But
very nice
you really
car.
knocked it out of the ballpark with the California Charger.
Just back to Romanazzi for a second. I will say this: I did see his other car and his equipment, and I will give him the credit where credit's due. He has absolutely. Nice equipment and his taste. Obviously, he likes it. The things it was as nice a nostalgia car I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
So I think whatever he puts together now with you is going to be nice. There's another guy out there that races now that's got a super nice clean car. God, I can't think of his name. He's in the window business. You know who I'm talking about?
Gerardo. Tony Gerardo.
Gerardo. That car is super clean. I like it a lot.
Black with the purple flames.
It thinks super nice.
And he's doing a good job out there with it. He came from Pro Mod Racing and stepped up to that, and he's just got a nice, clean act and a good crew, and he's driving well.
Yep.
That car just looks good on the starting line.
Yeah, and take the time to go look at the detail with the body up in the staging lanes, and that's a lesson in car building.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I met the guy. The guy that built it, mounted the body and everything. I forget his. But it's a work of art, and so most of the cars are pretty clean. But if they go fast, they don't have to look really sharp.
That's all we care about.
Fast and they. Yeah, that's right. If they go fast and they look like that, now you're onto something, in my opinion. So.
Hey, Cruz, you mentioned you mentioned the Paisano body that really started the West Coast Funny Car Factory, but also I got a text message this morning from the guy that bought that car from whoever you sold it to, and it was
Bucky. I sold it to Bucky Austin.
All right, well then this must be the third person away from that, because Mark Henches had it for a while, I guess. And then
Mark drove for Bucky.
Yeah.
And then Bucky owned it, and then I don't know where it went from that point.
It went to Scott Cusimano.
Oh, it did.
Yes.
Well, this guy sent me a text this morning. He said he wants to put an aero body back on it and wonders where you got that body.
The body I bought from John Powers when he had a guy building bodies, and from my understanding, they're not. I don't know if they're not building them anymore, but the mold is in Arizona somewhere. But it is a John Powers.
Probably Rick Conley.
Yeah, Probably, yeah. I think John sold it. So they at the time they had an Arrow. They had an Arrow. They had the Trans Am, and I think they had one other body. But I think it was the Camaro. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, well,
you know, another car. Since we're talking about cleanliness, the car, and I don't mean to cut you off, Darr, but real quick before I forget. Well, you get it up there in age, man. You got it. Well, you can remember. You got to say it. Lee Jennings' car was a super sharp car as well.
Yeah.
The Camaro.
God rest his soul. You know, we lost him earlier this year, and
we lost him. Great guy. I'm glad I was able to talk to him a little bit, just shooting the breeze. And he followed the big show racing that we do, and. Kind of a quiet guy, but always raced. I raced against him in the alcohol cars back in the late '80s. So we lost him. Like you said, about I think it was a year or two ago.
Hey, Cruz.
Anyway, yes, sir.
Go ahead. Finish up.
No, I was going to say, Darr, did you have something else you were going to say about the guy that texted you?
Yeah, well, now I've got a much better idea of where to look, and I'll send him back the information. But anyway, he And what chassis was that? Was that a Pluger?
That was a Pluger chassis. Yeah, that was a Pluger chassis. I was real big on the Pluger chassis. That was obviously Steve passed recently too, and but that I really liked that car. I liked the look. It had the lower roll cage, and that was Pluger car. And then the Victory guys kind of took over, and they kind of made a car very similar. And I don't know who else is making chassis now. What kind of chassis is the Romanazzi car?
It's a Victory car, yeah. And he found it was a brand new car, and he found it like on Racing Junk. Some guy, boat racer, put it all together, and then Ron got the car done, and the guy decided he didn't want to go funny car racing. He was going to build a boat again, and Steve found it and bought it dirt cheap.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to hit. There you go.
They build good cars.
Well, we could all find one of them deals. Yeah, very nice cars. Ron, I saw Ron the other day at the sprint car races. We were walking around the pit area. This is the Paris in Southern California. We're walking around there, and I see.
Wait a minute,
Ron,
you were out here?
No, this was last year.
Oh, okay.
This was last year.
Backtracking.
I thought you were here last week. I was going to go, man, you were in town. You didn't reach out?
Man, I would have. But, no, this was last year, like I said. And
I see him out there, too, at Paris.
Yeah. But,
hey, Cruz,
what a small world. Yes, sir.
Cruz, you got the compressed NHRA schedule coming up, and you got 2 back-to-back Indy events. Are you looking forward to that, or are you just looking forward to get back in the car?
Well, both. It's important to get the season up and going for our sponsors. I mean, it's, and the fans really. I mean, I think people want to see racing on TV. There's other series that have up and running, NASCAR, dirt track.
IndyCar.
There's some Indy cars. There's even the regional, at the regional level, there's cars running, regional race. Some of our friends are racing on, I think, Vandermeer's have a regional race, and then up in Epping's another regional. But anyway, so yeah, I think it's good for everybody. Our crew guys, we kept everybody on board. We've actually built. Well, that's what we did with our time. I told the crew guys, I go, hey, I'm paying you guys, and I don't want to lay anybody off. I don't want to lose anybody. It's taken me years to get the group I have now, and I have a really good younger group of guys that really like to do this, and they really love working on the California Charger. They've worked on I built another show car. So yeah, we're ready to go. So I think the fact that NHRA finally was able to put the schedule together and get 2 here in everybody's backyard, basically in Indy, and then we'll go all across the country to get back to Seattle, pick up Seattle, Denver, and kind of work our way back, to Brainerd and Topeka and kind of get going. But I mean, the good news, it's going to be back. The not so great news, it's going to be, we won't have any weekends off, but we're plenty rested. Let me tell you, we've been at home, and so yeah, I told the guys, I said, get plenty of rest, because when we go, it's going to be
wide
open. We're
open,
burning that candle at both ends. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough schedule. I know it is when they run the Western Swing. It's hard on the crew, and also having enough parts to go, every week.
Yeah, we really stocked up on all that stuff. But the one thing that the NHRA did, and I think they had to do it, is they shortened the events from 3 days to 2 days.
Yeah.
And, so that's going to keep everybody fresher, because that 3 days of grind, Donnie, you've done it for years, and that it's cool. But man, that third day you're dragging, and then boy, Monday, it takes me usually 2 or 3 days to recover from a weekend. But it's going to be it's going to be condensed down a little bit. And it'll be on TV. I think that the main network's going to be out there. Fox will be covering it, and so they're going to be. It's going to be. There's a little test session on Friday before the race, and it's going to be a 2-run thing, no 4 runs. So it's going to be. Right. We're going to jump right in there and start swinging, see who comes out on top.
Yeah.
Well, this new 2-day format may be a sign of the future. It may not, where you go Indy's a long one, or the Winter National is a long one, or the World Finals or something like that. But that some races can be done in 2 days.
Yeah, they can be, and for the economics, it works well for us, where everybody's really has to be on their toes. Yeah. The economics are tight everywhere, so I think it'll play in that'll play in. We all tested, and we all went to Pomona and Phoenix, so I think the teams will be ready. The crew chiefs will have their ducks in a row. I mean, there'll be a little rust. In fact, the other day when I drove the Charger, I knocked a little rust off. Hey, Donnie, I'm shifting that thing. They get on me because I was shifting it like way sooner than I should have. So those little nostalgia cars, those things are a handful. But you know what I noticed? If you put that thing in second gear too quick, boy, it does not get up and go. Right? I didn't realize
there.
It lays down.
They like
for a
to be
while.
wound up, and shift them way down the track, But
so.
I'm glad you got it, and I know you're pumped about it. So I'm excited to see you, hopefully at the reunion cruise, and and hopefully I'll see you at Indy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're you usually come out to that event, right?
Yeah, I'll be out there with Paul Lee and that whole group, and hanging out. Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun. I get to see people like yourself and just some of the old friends out there. I didn't know they were still out there.
Right.
But we wish you the best, Cruz.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it, Donnie. I always, like I said, every year goes by, it seems like I'm a stalker. I listen to you guys, yourself and Mike English up there every single year. Like I'm glued to the radio. It's at the radio. I'm glued to the used to be Bang Shift, and then the internet deal. So. Hopefully, I don't know. Have you heard what the scenario is with the Bowsers? Is that too far out to even think about the reunion yet, or how's that going to?
Well, that's an NHRA race, so it's kind of
it's a track rental for the Bowsers, so they're still on the schedule. But if all the conditions are not correct for them to have a full crowd, who knows? I mean, some of us are fantasizing that might be a perfect time to have a Heritage Series World Finals. So
right, yeah. Well, we'll wait and see. I mean, we're hoping that we can all these events go off without a hitch. We can get fans back in there safely. I know we're going to do all we can. We have masks for the guys, and
we can't do it without the fans. It's no fun, right, Cruz?
Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
Right.
I was out there the other day, even testing. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm kind of risking my life, but do I want to do it with no one there?
Right.
So I think about those. those things.
I saw Kevin Harvick win that NASCAR race. He did his donuts and got out and got the flag and was waving it around. And I think he kind of realized, hey, there's nobody in the stands. It was kind of strange, So we need to get the fans back. Hey, Cruz, well, we wish you the best with both cars, and we're really looking forward to seeing that nostalgia car. And we know you'll do good out there and, bring home some more Wallies. And thank you for being on the show, man, for taking time out.
Anytime, and thanks for your support with the nostalgia car. Like that thing, it's something that, I always think, I don't have any hobbies. I don't have a Harley. I don't skydive, but I really like racing. And what racing do I like? I like those nostalgia cars. So it means a lot to me, and I appreciate that you you support that series, and you have it in your blood too. So thanks, and I can't wait to see you, brother.
Okay, likewise, man.
Thanks a lot for calling in,
All right,
Cruz.
man.
Thank you.
Take care, Darr. Hey, thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Yeah, what a great guy, great champion, and like I said, he's running a single-car team out there. It's tough.
Yeah, it's got to be really tough, but he's also got a great sponsor with Snap-on, and there's just a really good synergy there, and it must be driving a lot of people to
He does a
who have
good
signed
job,
up
man.
for to become distributors, and as well. It's a great tool line. When you got companies like Craftsman who have moved to China and now they're not even at Sears anymore. They're at Lowe's. It's like, what the hell?
You see them all over these little weird hardware stores and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Cruz got a nice professional deal out
does.
there at hospitality and all that, and it's always super clean pit area in his operation.
Yeah.
So, hats off to that guy. He's a fighter.
It'll be great to have him at the reunion.
Always.
If we have a reunion, he will be there.
Yeah.
That's good.
People love it when they come out there, and the other racers love it when they come out there. They get a chance to race against Cruz Pedregon or Ron Capps. So it's we welcome them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's take a break. We got another commercial break here, and we'll be back with a little more information.
Okay.
These are the Nitro Reports.
Hot Probe's exhaust gas temperature sensors, used by nitro racers and professional teams like the 2018 U.S. Nationals winner Terry McMillan in his Amelie Top Fuel Dragster. Hotprobes.com. Reliability for the winning edge.
Hey, this is Blake Bowser, Auto Club Famoso Raceway, but we're coming to you from Worsham Lanes right now, and you're watching the Nitro Reports.
Blake?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
How the hell are you?
I'm good. Starting to get things back to normal around here. It's kind of feeling good.
Yeah, well, it was sure fun just going up there and sitting on the starting line and seeing fuel cars run, and it's
I think that was just what everybody needed, right? I don't think a lot of guys were there to get a lot accomplished. I mean, some guys tried, but I think everybody in the end was just real glad just to drag their cars out and hang out in the pits and cook and talk, and it was sure fun seeing you guys, and just got a chance to catch up, and it was first time we heard Nitro cars there since Sunday of the March meet. That was kind of strange.
Yeah. Well, and like even Jeff Moniz, I think Keith Clark was saying that they had like a 960
foot time.
Yeah, that thing hauled ass there at the last hit there.
Man.
And they were trying to do that. That was their goal, actually. I say that they weren't trying to, but Keith did say they were really trying to get the car to take off a lot better. They know they could be okay down track. They just got to get things moving early. So, boy, they did that for sure. That's for sure. So, yeah, I mean, it was a mixed bag. Murphy kept blowing the tires off, and Bobby, McLennan and Adam, they're shaking down that new car, and they got some decent runs in, and just different guys there just doing different things, and it was just a lot of fun to get everybody to show up.
And you had Mike Halstead checking out the Madness funny car, Dale's car.
Yeah, that's a new car. Just got licensed up here last August, and they were actually going to head to Boise if they could. Didn't make it, but looks like they're getting ready to join up with us on the Heritage Series tour, or maybe even the UNFC deal. So we'll see. It'd be a lot of fun to see them out there.
Yeah, well, Jeff Gregory, who drives that car, is going to drive it. I know that Mike Halstead was breaking in the car and making sure it went straight and everything for Jeff Gregory. But he came from racing Top Fuel Hydros. Another one of them crazy guys.
Another defector.
Another defector like Eddie Knox, But it's great to have another car out there. And Blake, it was just fun hanging out, smelling nitro. It cured my COVID,
Oh, absolutely.
And then
it's the cure for everything.
we took a tip from you, and we stopped at Hodell's on the way back.
Oh, there you go.
That was awesome.
Had a great meal, but just a great relaxing day, and smelling nitro and hanging out with you and your dad and everybody else up there. It was not that many cars, but it sure was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, it was a private deal. We kept it. That's what we're limited to. We actually had 9 cars. We were supposed to have 10. One didn't show. But that's all we can do on a private test. It's limited to 10 cars, single runs only. That's what insurance mandates. So we follow the rules there. But, now am I going to get a receipt for that dinner? Am I going to cover that? Or you guys can send that to me? Or what's going to happen there?
Well, we want to incorporate the gas bill, too.
Perfect. Get it all set up. Get it in one big package.
We figured a tank of gas and a dinner.
And
we had lunch on the way up at In-N-Out, so that saved you some money.
Okay. Yeah, that's cheaper. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then we paid a guy at the gate $50 to get in.
Yeah.
They were charging you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to make sure I get that.
You've got a test coming up for what is it, 100 cars?
Yeah, let's see, today's Wednesday. A week and a half ago, we got the okay from our county health department to open up under limited circumstances. We can do participants with no spectators at this point. So our first thing we're going to kick off is going to be 100 cars each night. We're pre-selling it right now. Saturday actually sold out. Car and driver and 4 crew with the car. That's our limit right now with the county. So, but we're starting off a little slower than that or smaller than that. We're going to do car and driver plus 2. We're calling it U&2. It's $125, good for the car, the driver, testing all night, and 2 crew members. And then there's also an extra chance to buy some extra crew passes there. But typically with an advanced ET car, though, you get 8 or 10 crew guys showing up. We just can't have that right now. But the county wants us to kind of stay a little small and just grow with this. As they gain confidence, they'll give us a little more room to, add some spectators or something like that. So we're hoping we can just kind of grow that through the summer and get some allowances there with spectators and bring back some of our other events we want to do, rest of the summer and also into fall. Typically have a pretty heavy fall schedule with a lot of events, and we're just not sure what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, you don't have a firm booking on the reunion yet, right?
Well, it's on the schedule, but so is every NHRA national event that they're planning on having right now too. And we just don't know. It's state by state, county by county. We're not really sure who's in charge of all this. You got the federal government saying one thing, the governor's saying one thing. You got local mayors and health departments saying one thing, and they're all trying hard. Ultimately, we're a county facility. The county owns our land, so whatever the county says, we're going to go with. And they've given us this blessing at this point. They did say they're going to try and add some spectator allowances to us through the summer. So hopefully by October we get a decent amount handed to us, and we can have that event. Yeah.
Yeah, I need like 9 crew members and 150 of my neighbors.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
You never heard that.
Right? Calm, too.
Yeah. Well, that's the NHRA, NHRA race. It's track rental, really. It's kind of funny. The county owns the land. NHRA leases the property, and we sublease from them. So, and then they come to town. NHRA does once a year, does the reunion and rents the track from us. So kind of a weird deal.
Pretty involved deal.
That's under the NMFR clause, right?
That's the stance we take. Yeah. That's our. That's the title on the contract is the NMFR. Yeah, and those
proud to wear that shirt.
Then
I've seen those shirts out there.
Yeah.
So you got plenty of time between now and the reunion to get that pool going on the top end, that waiting pool. Right?
We moved it to the top end now.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I thought it was going to be in the Grove. They're going to move the oil pit.
I thought it was.
We
was going to be in the starting line. Yeah.
Man, that was amazing to see the oil pit just gone.
That's something else the county comes out, obviously, and oversees our, how we dispose of waste oil, all of our manifests, all that stuff, which we certainly do. And they allowed us to start using portable plastic totes like the totes you see like on trucks going up and down the freeways and stuff with the big steel bars around them. So we got rid of that deal, and we're actually going to tear that all out. We got rid of the cover. It's on a starting line now. So we're taking a page out of the new family. They have these nice steel structure covers on the starting line. They park all their equipment under. So we moved it over there. We took four car dollies and moved it all the way through the staging lanes and parked it over there. And then that concrete containment's just going to get tore out, and one more pit space right there. So unless you want to fill it with water, that could be the pool right there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So in other words, you're saying you guys had too much time on your hand, do all these projects?
We've had a lot of time. I've never picked so many weeds. All of our guys working there, Mark Dawson and Cleet and Jim and Jeff, my dad, all of us we've been picking up weeds, cleaning. You might have noticed we seal coated the whole staging lanes there, and that vendor road got done before the March meet. One of our asphalt guys came through and seal coated it for us. We went ahead and did all the staging lanes and restriped that all out, and so it's all sealed up and ready to go. And we did that not thinking we'd be off too long, but here we are 3 months later and still not doing anything, but we're getting going. So we've just been putzing, getting stuff done, and really I'm working on next year because this year's kind of shot as far as a lot of events are concerned. We lost quite a few events in the spring. Our inaugural Tri-5 Nationals race, and our ANRA schedule's been reworked and remodified. It's going to happen in August through November. So, and then working on next year, I'm trying to bring back events that we lost this year and just stuff we can do. And it's been a really interesting year. I'll put it that way.
Well, Blake, I know everybody loves coming to your track, and it's one of the reasons is you guys are doing continuous improvement on that track, whether it be the grandstands or the all-concrete racing surface or paving the pits, and you really put money back into that track and make it nice for the racers and the fans out there.
Well, and this goes back to the very first time we did the March meet. We just felt it was so important for it. I should correct myself. It's the Good Vibrations March meet presented by Lucas Oil. Let's get those in there.
Yeah.
It's everyone's race. Donnie, it's yours. It's Darr, it's yours. It's good for the media. It's good for the local community. It's good for the racers, the spectators, all of us. That race is very important for all of us, and we just feel like we need to continue improving the facility, keeping that. Again, when I talk about, I always say the same thing, but we want to keep that nostalgic feel when you walk in those gates. It's 1970 all over again, and that's why it works having those races there. But we still want to make it as modern as we can, and that's why we're doing the improvements, just trying to keep building it, keep improving it, make it a little more spectator and racer friendly, and we're getting there. I got a lot of ideas, but
well, there's nothing better than going into the March meet, buddy. I can tell you that.
It's funny, Donnie and I were coming down Zerker Road, and we're going, man, we're almost there. Well, come on, it's like, hurry up.
Yeah.
You know what? I was telling Darr, when you get on Zerker Road and you're almost there, and you go by Buck Owens' old house, and you just got to get to the end and make a right, and you're at the track. And
you're there.
I've been coming there since 1969 and never missed a race.
Yeah.
And a lot of memories coming down Zerker.
Sometimes coming down Zerker, you can smell the track before you get there, right?
Yeah.
The windows are open.
Yeah. Remember,
you get that little drift over there, and it's so fun too. You can tell what time of year it is by going down Zerker because different things are growing there. The little halos and cuties, or oranges, or pistachios, or almonds, or grapes, and you turn that corner though, and there it is. You just like, I still get excited going out there. I go out there every day.
Yeah,
I get excited pulling in the gate and just. We're driving through the same gates that Mongoose and Snake drove through.
I was just going to mention his name.
Yeah,
that's. I was talking to Mongoose's old guys there, and we were talking about how much he's missed, and I said, I went to the March meet and he wasn't there, and selling his T-shirts and all his wares, and it was kind of strange, because you always seen him just sitting there signing autographs and giving you direction, So we miss him, man. It's been 2 years.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Mongoose's good friend Jack Williams, who used to run the track before we did, he passed in 2006, and I still catch myself thinking, dang, Jack hasn't called me today. That's not going to happen, man. And now we got the Mongoose, same deal. He'd call me, and of course, I knew when Mongoose called, it was, it's going to be a fairly lengthy conversation, and his, several ideas he had on how we should run the place. So
exactly.
I had to have some time to, sit and talk. And there's times that I wouldn't answer. I call him back later, and I get well, it's a good thing I didn't need a blood transfusion or something like that.
As a kid in the early 70s, I would go with McEwen to the races up there and go with Jack Williams and the Mongoose and the Snake and everybody down to Wool Growers. That was a big thing to go to back then. And of course now you got a new steak place right by your house or by the track.
By the track,
that was good.
Oh man, that thing can put out a top sirloin like a softball. It's unreal. Yeah, big old thing. It's crazy.
I'm the only one that hasn't dined there, so we're gonna have to work
next time. Next time.
Hey Blake, one of the things that we all had an awesome time doing was going to the National Day of Nitro, and I know you were going to do some drawings and give away some things, and there's also a donation to the Drag Racing Association of Women, which many of us have been supporting.
That's right. So in fact I just got the text from Kevin Stith Printing, I think yesterday. He sent a check off to them for $1,410.
Wow.
That's good.
So you can do the math. Yeah, you know what? It worked out well. In fact, he even sent me, I'm going to go to my notes here. We're getting ready to have the drawing. We want to make sure we triple check everyone is involved. We got $1,000 credit towards artwork from, I'm reading this off real quick, from Ben Mitchell. He does like all the that's for artwork. That's for Kevin Stiff. $250 from him, Ben, for he's doing like a litho, valued at $250. Yeah, it's a Drag Daddy lithograph. So that's from him. Nitro Moose. That's Wineski family, the Feel Altered. They're doing a couple of Nitro Moose packs. We got 2 cases of Texas Best of Texas barbecue sauce, Chanel, and we got some more T-shirts here from Kevin. Looks like I'm reading his notes right now. Sorry, I just got this. So, what's it say? 1 package of 5 Legends of Nitro T-shirts. So,
wow,
Legends of Nitro. I messed that up. So, anyway, $100 value. So Kevin threw some more T-shirts in, and Darr, you got some stuff from DJ.
Yeah,
right?
I talked to Big Ben. He is giving a set of DJ Safety fire bottles, a 10-pound system, 5 1/4 diameter by 19-inch tall, and he says, and these only work with DJ Safety fire systems. So
okay, there you go.
Great backup because as far as I know,
they're expensive.
They are.
And they're hard to get sometimes.
And but Ben's been really good at backing just about everything that we want to do in terms of supporting our kind of drag racing.
And they make good product too.
Including the track there. Yeah, Ben stepped up years ago and we had our fire there and we lost all of our fire suits and everything, and he didn't hesitate to box them up, replacement stuff, and get them to us. So gloves and boots and helmets, everything, man. We're like, wow, thanks, man. So that was cool. Yeah. So that $1,000 credit, first one I read, that's actually from Stith Printing. There, a piece of new art for your T-shirt, whoever sort of race team out there wants to get a new shirt, you got credit there, and we have $1,000 credit for next year's March meet to one of the participants. Now, if you're a spectator, or if you just want to come spectate, you can use that to.
You're going to be drawing people who are participating, and one of the things I mentioned too was that Alex Maladinovich, when we pulled up, it's like you called us and said, "Hey, when can you be at Alex's?" And it was like, we're about 10 minutes out, and then some guy called in from Australia, saved our butts. We pulled up. I threw Donnie out of the truck, parked around the corner, and they fired up Alex's Hot for Teacher Big Show funny car. And then he whacked that throttle, and I swear I could see that concrete wall just sort of moving.
Well, that's the way we need to have that National Day of Nitro.
Yeah.
Big gatherings.
That's perfect. Yeah.
It was so much fun because we'd come from Rodney Flournoy's, and he had about 10 or 12 people there, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. And we went to Good Vibrations, and it was just us and, kind of quiet.
Yeah.
I wonder how this is all going to work. And then we get to Alex's, and hey, the party's on. And I think we stayed there a couple hours after
we did.
our broadcast was over, hanging out. Alex fed everybody. We had beers. Just a great kid, man. We wish him well.
Him and Marcy really put on a great show there. And, it's like you drive up, oh, there's his house, the one with the carbon fiber body on the front lawn.
The one with people on top of the roof.
That's right.
Yeah.
People were on top of the roof filming it with their phones.
So how's it coming on you've got a rebroadcast coming up.
Yeah, we're still gathering some of the sound. We had an issue with Zoom. Once the car lit, you could hear it, turn over, and then boom, the sound went away. So we've got everyone sending us all their sound. Everyone recorded that. So, in fact, I think we still need to get a copy of sound from Alex there, and then we're just gonna edit that in, just lay it right over the video. Everything's gonna stay the same, other than we're gonna throw the sound in there, so everybody gets to enjoy the actual sound of a nitro car, which is quite distinct, as we all know. So
I want to see
get that done. We're gonna re-air it. Yeah,
is that something that Zoom can fix for next year? We got to do this again.
No, just do it with another. There are other suppliers out there that are a little more.
Yeah, we won't be able to.
I gotcha.
Yeah, we'll probably end up doing like a little bit of a delay, like you guys record it and then send it, and then we'll just bring it on, like a 10-minute delay, something like that, where we can use just, iPhone, smartphones and just regular, your camera and your iPhone.
Is that because Darr was cussing?
We have to have
edit
a delay to edit it all out. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Drunken pirate.
That was my vision with this thing, was what Alex did. That just, and there's guys that want to do that. I know, the gang over in Paso Robles, they all want to do something there and had a hard time getting that scheduled. But we wish, swearing Ronnie the best there. I think they're trying to get, things going there. They want to do something there. The Lions Museum, they wanted to do something, but they're locked down still with, their LA County. So there's a lot of places that want to do something and just couldn't do it this time around. They're already making plans for next year. So we got to get the date figured out and announce it and get it going. Well, it's going to be another one.
We're going to do one of the Nitro Reports from the Lions Museum, too. Lannis invited us down there, and so that's going to be an awful lot of fun to go down there. And, it's such an awesome place.
Yeah. No, Alana was great. She was real helpful. In fact, I got to double check. I think she donated 2 members, like annual membership things there. I got to double check on that for that drawing as well. So, they want to have a party out there, and the museum could do something like this. I got to talk to museum staff. They could do something, and all over the country you can do this. You have a big gathering, and then at the very end of the day, they fire off your cars, and we'll show it, or send us the video, and we'll show it. So it could be a lot of fun for everybody.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to next year, and we'll definitely be there again.
Yeah.
It was just too much fun.
On the receipts for that too. So you guys owe me some receipts. So.
I'll put all those together for you, man.
Okay.
Well, I had a lot of friends of mine watch it. They weren't really race fans, and they really enjoyed it. They don't really follow drag racing or cackle cars or whatever we were doing, but they really enjoyed the show, and how it was all pieced together, and everybody was ranting and raving about Alex's. Man, we keep going on about it.
Oh, man.
But it was that much fun.
Yeah, and I got to throw a big thank you, obviously, to you guys and Brian Loans and Lewis Bloom, Mike English. Steve Gibbs drove all the way down to, down to San Diego area to be around those cars, and sure hope he gets his event pulled off in November there, his Nitro Revival. So, but man, Brian and Lewis, and Mike, they all stepped up and gave us all kinds of commentaries. You guys were on the road going to the next,
that was the fun part.
Location. So
that was fun.
And we knew the script was going to write itself. I had no idea it was going to write itself like that. I mean, like that party at Alex's, or these guys that just gave us a shop tour and showed us everything they have, all these cars they have, and covered up, and just unreal how they started digging stuff up, give us these tours, and pictures hanging all over the place, and cars hanging around the rafters, and that was really cool. So that's the part we knew would probably happen. Had no idea to that level, though.
We definitely got to get Walt Austin involved next year.
For sure.
He has got the most incredible collection.
And Bucky,
too. And Bucky, too, yeah. It's just, we got to get the Northwest involved, definitely.
Well, I'm sure once you announce it, what they've seen from this year, everybody's going to want to do it next year. So Shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna get that audio laid over that, and then we'll re-air it, and then we're gonna announce next year's date and be ready to go for next year. And we'll get Kevin his great artists on back on some shirts, and we virtually sold those things out. We only had like maybe some 3X and 4X left, very few, and we'll print a little more next year, and we'll give some more money at the draw.
I talked to Kevin like in the middle of that week, and he says, man, people are buying these things. Like, I can't believe it. People are calling
before the show.
They're buying
right?
5 or 6, at a time. I said, I better go on there and order a pair for Donnie and for me.
Yeah, well,
we got him.
We got to Rodney Flournoy's or George Doty's shop, and all their guys.
Yeah.
Not just crew guys, but their friends were wearing them. I go, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a great-looking shirt. I wear mine every day.
Well, we're proud to be part of it. And
oh, no, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for doing that with us.
Anytime.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for calling in, Blake.
Yeah.
We'll,
okay, guys.
And get working on that pool.
We'll see you at the track soon, hopefully. Yeah, bring your bathing suit. We'll jump in the pool.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. Thanks
a lot.
All right, man. All right, guys.
No,
Take care.
We need more track guys like the Bowser family. I mean, that track is just tip-top shape. They got the best equipment to prep it and cleanups. And
you see, they have another new tractor.
Yeah, another drag. It looked like
Yes.
Nice tractor. I wanted to hop on it.
Man, between that and the jet track dryer that they got from Salt Lake.
Yeah.
I mean, this is that is a national event, quality track. And
yes.
when they move the Winter Nationals there, I'll be real pleased.
That's why all the big show guys want to go test there. You saw
right.
Alexa DeGioia getting relicensed up there, and everybody talks about going up there and what a great track it is.
Yeah, it's close.
We stand by it.
Just close enough.
Yeah.
At least for us, it's like 90 minutes. So we're in good shape for getting.
And
up
we
there.
get to go to Hodell's.
That's right. Yeah, and by the way, for you in the Bakersfield area, drop by Hodell's, man. It is just still the best place. It's a little different. You don't get to serve yourself, but you just point at food, and they're giving it to you.
Yeah, some of the best food in the area.
Yeah, it was great. And their apple cobbler, was it? Oh my God.
Yeah, and they support the track too.
They sure do.
They bring lunches out there to people in the tower and the workers, and just a great staple of Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Well,
let's take a break for a commercial, and we'll come on back on the other side.
Okay.
Good Vibrations Motorsports specializes in the parts you need for gas, alcohol, and nitro engines. If you're muscling a funny car or top fueler down the quarter mile, cutting a rooster tail across the lake, or cruising the boulevard, Good Vibrations has the blower and fuel system solutions for your personal ride and race car. If you want to go fast, really fast, then Good Vibrations Motorsports is ready to hear from you at goodvibesracing.com.
Hot Probe's exhaust gas temperature sensors, used by nitro racers and professional teams like the 2018 U.S. Nationals winner Terry McMillan in his Amelie Top Fuel Dragster. Hotprobes.com. Reliability for the winning edge.
And we're back. We got Brian Reinaldo from the NorCal Nostalgia Racing Association, Drag Racing Association. Really cool group, and I started following them on Facebook because he'd sit and have a fireside beer chat on Friday nights, talking to his, the guys he's racing against. And then down the road, I'm sitting there on a Saturday, and they got fire-ups all over the place, and it's just like, man, this is kind of a cool group of people.
Yeah.
So Nitro Reports
is the format of our show is supposed to be.
That's right.
Like being in the trailer after the race, having a beer, and discussing your day.
Yeah, so I sent them some shirts to raffle off, and we made a donation to them.
Nice.
But anyway, I just wanted to get them on because I think it's a cool group of people, and you guys are racing at some drag strips that maybe some of our viewers haven't raced at recently.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me on. That's awesome. And thank you guys for everything you did with the raffle and the donation to Reading Drag Strip. We're doing some work with those guys. Reading Drag Strip is our home track, and it's really cool to try and help them out. They've been going through some rough times with the last couple years. They have a couple big events a year, and one of them is Cool April Nights. And last year, or the year before, I should say, it rained out, and that race kind of makes or breaks their year. And then we had another big event that we do there. It's called Thunder Under the Lights, and we run that with the guys from SIFCA. And there was a lot of fires going on up there and just massive devastation. So we were trying to help any way we can. And just this last weekend, or weekend before last, they had a race out there, and the track was actually struck by lightning. And fried all their computers. And I mean, I call it Murphy's Law drag strip. It's my favorite place to go racing. The people there are just fantastic. And, Shirlene Bransom and Bill Wood and Jake Wood and all the guys that work that track, it makes you feel like you're at home. And, we do everything we possibly can to help those guys out. But we race at a lot of different tracks, but that is our home track. We're running up in Samoa on August 28th and 29th. That's our Battle at the Beach, and we do that with the guys from SIFCA too, which Good Vibrations Motorsports is our title sponsor. So, hey, we got something in common,
Yeah, I hear that Samoa track's a beautiful place to race.
The greatest thing about it is, I travel around just with my car, with my wife and kid, and I sometimes will have one other crew member or something like that comes and helps me out. But the greatest thing ever is being able to drive down to the top end of the track. You walk over one little sand dune and you're literally on the beach.
Wow.
And I can sit out there and drink coffee and, watch the sun come up. It's amazing. So, yeah, it's a really beautiful place to race.
Have you sat out there with a beer and watched the sun go down?
Absolutely.
Okay, just
absolutely,
checking.
More than once. Actually, yeah. The last time we were up there, the very first time we went up there was the guy that you guys know, my good buddy Brian Hall.
Yeah.
He talked me into going up there when he had his bracket car, and I took mine with me, and we ran some races. I don't even think I ever made it down the track. We had all kinds of weird issues, but yeah, at the very end of the night, we actually got my dually buried out on the sand because we were sitting on the tailgate and watching the sun go down and drinking beer. So,
nice.
Yeah,
it was worth it, right?
Yeah, totally worth it. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Well, how many members have you got in your association?
We have 65 right now.
Gee.
And it seems to be growing every year.
How many races do you guys run a year?
We try and run 6 to 7 a year is the goal. Yeah. Lately, we've been getting about 5 in.
Yeah. Nice.
Now, are these mostly cars that would run in any one, any two, or how do you break them down?
Yeah, we actually we offer from 7.0 Pro all the way down to any 3.
Oh.
So, yeah, and it's been really cool to watch it kind of grow because when we first started this thing, gosh, it must have been 5 years ago now. When we first started it was just going to be one race. We just wanted to put together one thing. And after we did it, we were like, okay, we can't just do one. It was just too much fun. And so we kept doing it. But yeah, you'll see, a few of us you'll see at Heritage Series events. There's a lot of guys that actually have even come out of retirement or even have built cars to come and run with us. And a lot of them, you won't see too many of them on the Heritage Series circuit, but they really like nostalgia racing, so they decided to come run with us.
Yeah, easier pace, right?
Yeah, it's very laid back atmosphere. There's not that pressure that you get at some of the other tracks, and not even just other tracks, but just other events. You cram a lot of cars into one race, and you get that natural kind of pace that picks up. And we're a little more laid back than that. We've actually had times where not everybody's ready, so I cruise around on my golf cart and say, hey, we need 10 more minutes, and we'll call you guys up. So. And, for the most part, everybody really has a good time doing it. And it's, we always kind of, to coin a phrase from Stormy Bird and Randy Winkle, it's a party where a drag race breaks out. And that's just kind of always been our motto, was let's go have fun, and then, we'll worry about the racing when it's time to go racing, but let's go have fun with each other.
Well, if you're out there and you're sitting around on a Friday evening, tune into one of Brian's broadcasts, because he has a good time. He engages all of his members, and we need more of that. All right, we need more of that.
That's one of the biggest things, is engagement with your members. And starting out how we did with this sort of like grassroots kind of thing, where it's just it was an idea and it was just word of mouth at first, and then it kind of exploded. It's just always been that sort of thing where it's a small, tight-knit group. So I want to talk to all of them. I know all of them personally.
Yeah.
So, and that's just something that, I don't want to say that it's lost in drag racing now, because it's not really lost. It's just not maybe as prevalent as it used to be. But, I try and talk to all of my members before we go to a race. And I have class reps that do a lot of this stuff too. Greg Means, Sabrina Pecora, Justin Minan, they help me out with all of kind of getting everybody in touch and saying, hey, who's coming to this race? Who's not? Is there a reason why you can't make it? Is there something I can help you with? And, it's kind of like a car club, how I hear car clubs described back in the day. One guy's a welder, and, he'll help you weld something up if you paint his car. And that's just kind of how we operate,
That's good. Well, it seems like a really good group, and, that's why we're supporting you. And
is there a website
awesome,
where people can check you guys out at?
Yeah, absolutely. NorCalNostalgiaRacing.com is our website. And then you can always find us on Facebook at NorCal Nostalgia Drag Racing.
And grab a beer this Friday night and sit there and
absolutely
have a good time in Brian's garage.
It was so funny. We started doing that, and just to try and keep everybody in the know, because I think people are more likely going to click on a video than they would just reading a really long post that I make. So, I'll make a video, and I get so nervous in front. Like I was even nervous getting, talking to you guys, but I get so nervous in front of those things, and it's like, oh, these are going to turn out horrible, and everybody loved them, and it was just really strange to me.
And you hooked me in, and I'm a Nitro guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough challenge there, convincing Darr. He didn't even like cackle cars before. Now he's the cackle king.
Wait, now let's not go that far, all right?
You know what's funny? I got to drive a cackle car for the first time. The car that I work on is actually the one that Ron Capps was driving with the Hertzig group. And Hertzig owns a cackle car, and, I was always like, forget cackle cars. I wasn't into it. It wasn't my thing. And then they told me, oh, you can drive it and we're going to push start it.
Oh,
and
that's different.
That was more nerve-wracking than getting into my car. It was just
that's
insane
dangerous
to me.
stuff right there.
Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it got me hooked, and I was trying to talk Brian into letting me drive Fiat. But so.
Well, we'll be watching for you. We'll tune in and we'll keep supporting you and also talk schedule and that kind of stuff, and appreciate you coming on.
Definitely.
Really good, and thank you very much for what you're doing to support Reading, because that was
they're great guys up there, and guys and girls, and it's it's a really good fun hometown track. So
and how many drag strips get hit by lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the second time it's happened. It's Murphy's Law drag strip, I'm telling you. So,
well, we wish you the best, and we'll check you guys out on Facebook and your website. And again, thanks for taking time out for us. We really enjoyed you being on the show.
Definitely. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Right.
Take care.
Sounds like a good group, Darr. I'll have to check that out.
I mean, truly, it was one of those things I just, he popped up and I said, who is this guy? He's sitting there, look at, he's got a dragster behind him, and he's drinking beer and he's talking to, just.
Yeah, that's what we like. The kickback.
That's the whole idea of this show, right?
Have a beer and tell the truth.
Well, it might involve vodka, but Well, so let's take a break, and we'll come back with toward the end of the show, and don't forget to go to dragparts.com and pick up your new drag parts. Good vibrations.
It's good reading.
Lots of stuff in here.
They got everything you
need.
need
Nice pictures,
for your car.
too.
Yeah.
So we'll come back on the other side, and we will see you then.
Stith Printing is your leader in corporate and individual identity marketing with over 3 decades of delivering the best quality garments for your budget and promotions. At Stith Printing, we offer in-house design, providing strong graphic solutions for any project with fabric screen printing or high-density embroidery. Stith's diverse background and attention to detail gets the job done on time and on budget, then ships the job to your door. Whether you field an international racing team, a statewide construction company, a local softball team in a church league, or the convenience store down the street, Stith Printing has the crew to deliver your next printing and branding project. Hot Probe's exhaust gas temperature sensors, used by nitro racers and professional teams like the 2018 U.S. Nationals winner Terry McMillan in his Amelie Top Fuel Dragster. Hotprobes.com. Reliability for the winning edge. Aeromotive fuel systems, on the street, in the water, or at the track. If you can drive it, we can fuel it.
Hi, let me warm the car up and then we'll come back.
right, we're here at Auto Club Famoso. We're doing nitro testing. Adam Sorokin, driver of the Champion Speed Shop Dragster. It's been a while since you've been in the seat.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've actually been to a race. We've been trying to qualify and not qualifying, so we're trying to find our little weak links and get better and qualify and maybe go some rounds now. So a lot of changes being done. We have the old canopy body is out getting carbon fiber, getting converted to carbon fiber. So we have the old body that the car came with, and we're testing with that. So it's kind of nice to be out in the open air and doing it the old school way for a while. And we're learning a couple things, and car's getting a little bit better. So
nice easy pace out here with only 10 cars, and you can go up there and run when you want to. How does it feel to get in the car and go down the track after just sitting at home and not doing anything?
Oh God, it's such a godsend from the monotony of what the last 4 months have been, with coronavirus and then riots and stuff like that. And I think everybody feels like that, everybody wants to go out and actually do something rather than watch the news, and see how bad things are. So it's kind of needed for us, I think, for just the mental side of it. It's great. Couldn't ask for better weather. Not a lot of cars out here, so we can go up when we want to, but it's nice to come back out.
Well, driving up here, coming over the grapevine, I was so excited. It was like I was going to the March meet of the reunion because I'm going to go see some fuel cars run and stand on the starting line and feel it going through your body.
Yeah.
That cures COVID, buddy.
I bet it does. It probably cures a lot of cancers too, I would imagine. But no, it's nice to get in and drive again, because it seems like it was just forever ago that we were getting back in the car. So you get back in and, we still have a new car. So I'm still trying to figure that out, find out its personality and figure out how to drive it properly. And it's just nice to be out here and doing it.
Yeah, well, I think we're on our way to maybe we'll see some racing here at this track and not just testing. And want to thank the Bowser family for letting this happen. And Adam, as always, thanks for being on the show. You always take time out for us.
That's because you pay me, so I'm all good with that. Don't forget.
Don't
more money than last time.
Don't tell Chris Grable that.
No, he'll do shit for free.
Oh yeah,
he will.
Hollywood, Chris Grable, he'll do it for free.
Oh yeah, he's just a hooker.
All right.
Yeah.
He's Adam Sorokin. I'm Donnie Couch, and you're watching the Nitro Reports.
Well, we're back, Donnie, and
another great show.
Turned out okay.
Yeah, new studio.
We got a big banner up here, and it's like that. Wherever we go, it seems to just kind of work. It's nice.
Yeah,
and also this new format that we're doing, where we're actually recording it and editing it, and putting pieces in. I think maybe flows a little better for. And we still have our buddy Bruce Barker doing our openings for us. So
we always got to have Bruce. He's part of it. You know, he got us going on everything.
That's right.
Always had to have Bruce, but we appreciate everybody, all our sponsors, Good Vibrations and
Airmotive and Race Pack and Hot Probes.
Hot Probes.
Yeah, so we really appreciate everybody advertising. And we've got a new advertiser coming on for the next show.
Yeah.
So we don't know where we're going to be. But
we don't know if there's going to be a race. We're not going to know if we have anything to report.
God, I hope there's some
But we're
race.
going to be out there.
Yep.
If somebody starts a car in their garage, we're going to be there.
Yep. So we're covering the wide world of drag racing here when we're not drag racing.
Yeah. We make up a lot of stories.
So. Yeah, that's cool. But anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in. A lot of people watch us just on Facebook last month for the May one. Kind of blew me away, and so
we had good numbers.
Apparently, people are watching it and watching.
I think they like what we're doing.
Yeah, so we're going to keep doing this. We're going to find a different location next week, whether it's somebody's race shop or over at.
Let's fly to Cruz Pedregon shop in Brownsburg. We don't have that in our budget.
We don't have that budget, but
the private jets.
Let's meet him right now. Let's meet him in Denver.
Okay, that sounds good. Thanks everybody for tuning in again, and we'll be back next month, and hopefully we got some drag racing to report.
And don't forget to Pick up your Good Vibrations catalog. There's a lot
Dragparts.com.
a lot of parts in there that you could be using. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We will see you in July.
Thank you.